All right. Let's get it going. So this is going to be not a character specific stream because as a stream. This isn't a stream. This is a video. Um but as you will see, I have a fairly established character, it's level 16. And I will at some point do a series where I remake her from the ground up and we get to experience the story of this character. But that is not the character. That will be the first series character because there's another character who's, let us say, the main one, and this one here, I don't want to say names because I don't know. I want it to be a surprise when she shows up, the one I'm playing right now. Because when she does show up, if you've been watching, you'll be like, "Oh my god, it's her." We'll finally get to figure out what's going on, what her fucking deal is. But by then you will have, met the character and stuff. That's not my intro. Hello. Through some horrible trick of the algorithm, you have come onto a Stitch Eye production. Today will be the first episode of the Skyrim playthroughs. To define, mostly for myself, as I rewatched this video and tried to remember what I agreed to do, or how I wanted to structure it. So, essentially, these videos are going to be far more heavily edited within my capacity to do so than this video. But what I want to do is I have a number of characters who, as we all do, as especially RPG players, we make our own little cavalcades of found families and whatever kind of horrifying romance tropes we're going to unashamedly but very embarrassedly. Listen, I have no shame that this is a thing I'm into. I'm just embarrassed that you are experiencing it with me right now. And if that's the same thing, then whoops. I don't know what words mean. I'm a writer. Will I be high for all of them? Who knows? But even if I do end up being high for all of them, I at least have a pretty good skeleton of how each character goes for, probably the first 15 to 20 levels, however long that ends up taking. And usually by that point, I say to myself, what is a new thing? We have done what we needed to do to get this character to where we want them. Here's the new adventures. Almost like if you were adapting a comic book, but not a comic, a manga. And the manga is way ahead of the manga is way ahead of you, and you're adapting it in something that takes a long time, like a show, or possibly even. Yep, I just died there. Yep, a series of video games. You hit that wall of what's actually there that the mangaka has. Man, I hope I pronounced that right, or I'm gonna look like an idiot. The mangaka fucking wrote. And it's like, they've only written 16 volumes, and we've been able to cover all of that in 16 episodes. What do we do now? And at that point, you have to make the decision of, do we condense a couple of stories? Do we start like making our own stuff up? Do we just stop production and maybe furlough the animators, writers, and such, and then once enough new volumes come out, we can have them come back and start making episodes? I have to imagine those are the three ways that sort of thing. I'm getting a... the analogy is no longer helpful. So yeah, this video that you have been watching, you poor fool, you. This video is going to be more of a soft launch of the channel. I might not even edit this at all, or I'm high off weed, but the phrase goes, write drunk, edit sober. I'm recording high, and then I can edit when I'm sober. Specifically just the stuff that, I don't know, I guess I'm paranoid that a Steam friend will pop up or a Discord message will come in, even though I have done everything I could to, as far as I know, isolate all of this. I have not so far noticed it happen, and I will be very vigilant because privacy, other people's privacy, is very important to me. That's why we're sponsored by... No. Like, the third or fourth video of this channel ever at all, the first real video, and I already have a sponsor. That'd be nuts. Honestly, that would have to be some right-wing grifter type shit. Some, like, oil baron, I'm about to, I don't know, get hella political on a channel that really has no business being political. If I want to make, I don't know, if I want to make a channel all about my politics, it probably shouldn't be the one that's also going to have video games on it. Outside of the inherent politicalness of not only games in general, but as well the specific kinds of games that I intend on playing. Because, as has been one of my big weird obsessions recently, has been the anti-woke watchdog game lists. Because they're so insane and they're so joyless. I find it very hard to imagine that the people who made the list and the people who find the list genuinely informative for their consumption of entertainment, those people must be the saddest, most miserable, or if they aren't sad and miserable, then I have to imagine their family is sad and miserable, because these people are just so... The people who would make and use one of these lists, it just seems to me you're not a big fan of love or loving, and that your concept of love and loving is extremely narrow. Not just in the sense of, like, heterosexuality, which, it's not actually really fair for me to say that heterosexuality is a limiting in the sense of personal development. Some people find a great deal of, or I guess as is the privilege of being cishet people, they don't have to think about whether or not their relationship is good, in a sense. they are not people who have to worry about their heterosexuality being misrepresented. I said I wasn't going to get into politics. I got into politics. Anyway. As much as I reasonably could as a person on this earth, I will try not to talk politics, if only because I would like my videos to, again, as much as could reasonably be done, I want my videos to be a moment of rest, an eye in the storm. You can come here, you can hang out, a hopefully good story will be told to you with accompanying gameplay representations. And who knows, if the people, i.e. you, who watch this channel would like more of that character, of content with that character, but I just don't have anywhere else to go in Skyrim, or even once I move away from Skyrim, which is probably going to be, like, immediately the next video, because I think it would be misrepresentative of who I am as a person, and so therefore a producer of videos, to consistently, like, only upload the videos that are in sequence. You know, so I might, in this case, release the entire series, wait until I could release the entire series of the first character that I'm going to do in the style that I'm saying I'm going to do, but I'm not doing right now because I'm focusing on talking. Lost my place. Lost my train of thought. As though any of this is written this rambling, incoherent nonsense that will be almost utterly unusable to anyone other than me. Although I have certainly watched weirder or arguably less substantial content than what I am creating right now, and I was happy about it. Mainly because it was from a creator or creators who had spent enough time, had enough content for me to feel like I've spent time with them. Oh my goodness! No! Smokey! No! Smokey, no! The physics engines got to him. Oh, Smokey. No. You poor bear. Also, come back. I need to harvest you. I probably don't. Maybe. Okay. On this... Sorry. Big distraction from Smokey the bear falling down. BB fall down. Stupid. Let me think. I do have a number of mods on this installation, of course, as everyone does. But I did try to keep it mostly vanilla plus was the plan. So I have 33 mods going right now, which for anyone who has ever modded Skyrim, especially on a PC, that is an almost comically small amount of mods. And especially at first, I want to do it that way because I'm for sure going to add mods, more mods at some point. And I would like that to be that can definitely be a progression that can wait. You know, I essentially the new upgrade would be an adventure together, almost like a new season. Man, if I don't do this, I'll be very angry at myself. Not angry, I'll be very disappointed. But you know what? I feel like I've got a good system in place. That's what's important, everybody. Anybody who makes the horrible, awful... I don't know. I have to assume if you've gotten this far in, if you've listened to me for this long, you've got to like something about what's going on here. So, yeah, once I take care of these wolves and discover that cave, I am gonna start working on the first episode of the first character who, I'll teaser name drop here. Their name is Hates Everything, and they are an Argonian. And he uses he/him pronouns. I forgot. I'm a very they/them type. Both in the sense of I tend to default to they/them as a pronoun to use for everyone until I am told or reminded otherwise. I'd also, I am hella non-binary. My voice is very tired right now. My vocal cords are very tired right now. So I can't... You know, it's like when you wake up in the morning and you have a really deep voice. And also when you're about to go to bed and you've been up for a real long time. Not like me today, but definitely me yesterday. I said I was gonna... Okay. Well, I shall stare into the moon and say, thanks. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching this video. And if you're coming from some future video, you've decided to, really scrape the bottom of this channel's content barrel, thanks. I mean, thanks for... I'm glad you really like it. I'm glad you enjoyed the content so much that you would go back to the Genesis and watch what will be objectively the worst video I post in this season 1, and the other 2 videos would be 2 or 5. Wait, there's 2, and I deleted a couple. Bah. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I hope we all enjoy the road. I'll see you in narration voice for the next one. Goodbye. Oh, I should come up with some kind of outro. I might not be a one-liner type, but stitch eye. Keep your eyes open for the next one. You don't have a choice. Your eyes are stitched open. Okay, bye.